Why are you sideways?
Oh, I have my phone sideways. That's all. Should I just put it here?
There you go. Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
I don't know how many people are gonna hear this, but there's urban mercenary Shotgunn Adams out here.
What's up, everybody? Sorry about that. This was supposed to be a Facebook interview, but social media don't like to cooperate sometimes.
Facebook is trash. There's the point here.
What's good though? Thank you everybody for tuning in. How you doing, Shotgunn?
I could be doing a lot worse. I'll tell you that much right now.
Well, you look great, flaquito.
Yeah, I've been busting my ass in the gym.
You guys already know it's your favorite Jedi BMF goddess. I'm here today. I'm gonna sit down, talk, chat, interview with pro wrestler Shotgunn Adams. Kind of like a Rose from Concrete kind of story. I'm gonna start off for asking you where were you raised and where are you from and how old are you?
I'm 27. Was born in Jamaica Hospital, but I was raised in Brooklyn, so that's my home. Yeah.
Okay. Brooklyn, New York in the house.
East New York up in this bitch.
Guys, for those watching, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Any comments, feel free to say so. And Shotgunn is going to answer you live.
Damn right. Don't be shy.
So tell me, Shotgunn, what was it like growing up?
Growing up, it was shit. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I actually grew up pretty small and nerdy and skinny, so I wasn't really the most popular kid around. I got super into anime, but obviously pro wrestling. I've been into pro wrestling since I was 10, and I knew from 10 that was what I was going to do with my life. So,
who were your early inspirations?
Eddie Guerrero is and always will be my favorite wrestler. That was the guy that turned me into a super fan. But I was aware of everybody else. I was aware of Austin, Rod, Taker, Foley, Triple H, Jericho. You already know where the fuck this is going. But I was also
all the goats.
but I was also into the guys that would become the bigger stars in the future. Guys like Edge, guys like even though it's unpopular, like John Cena, I thought had it even back then. Fucking
definitely. I kind of hated him when he first came out. I have a lot of respect for him now, though.
Yeah, no, he to me, I can't bury the amount of work he's put in. It's impossible. Nobody's put in the amount of work he's put in. So
definitely, he's a workhorse for real.
Yeah, but I was also into guys like Lance Storm. I also got really heavily into ECW when I became a teenager. So that became my
favorite. A lot of people don't know about that. A lot of people don't know about that, man.
About ECW?
Yeah, trust me. Definitely more people know now, but growing up, I didn't have any friends that actually watched it.
I mean, maybe it's because I spent my whole life in the fucking wrestling bubble, but you can't go into a fucking pro wrestling locker room without anybody mentioning ECW.
Right. So, what was the moment where you said to yourself, "This is what I want to do"?
I would say my first live show when I went to New Japan's Attack on the East Coast tour, back when they were running along with Jersey All Pro. And I saw Loki and Prince Devitt that night. I saw Charlie Haas and Hiroshi Tanahashi. I saw fucking Liger live in the ring.
That's not
Yo, deadass. Holy shit. I met so many guys face to face that would become, 10 years later, the biggest stars in the industry. Guys like Kenny Omega, guys like fucking Carl Anderson, guys like Giant Bernard, Matt Bloom, whatever you want to call him, Shinsuke Nakamura, Davey Richards, Rhino, which actually is funny because 10 years later I shared a locker room with Rhino, so you know it's a nice little full circle right there.
Yes, absolutely. That's really cool. So how old were you when you actually said, okay, I want to train?
19.
Where did you start that training?
I started when I was 19, and I trained first and foremost at Johnny Rod's A World of Unpredictable Wrestling. Okay.
Also, I'm aware that you trained under Santana from Proud and Powerful, AEW's Proud and Powerful.
Yeah, I started training with him in 2018, like the summer of 2018, and it was just a completely different world. Let me tell you, that guy's a freak athlete. You hear a lot of stories about this guy's cardio, and like it's not a joke. Like his warm-ups would, like I remember his warm-ups like have me like throwing up in the trash can like every week.
Yep, that's when you know you're doing it right.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while. Well, thanks to him, I haven't thrown up in the trash can in 3 years. So, thanks, Coach.
Now you got it down packed, right? Basically.
Sure. I'm better than I was at the beginning. I'll tell you that much.
So you have this story where you've been doubted by many. You definitely came a long way from before. You used to be, you were out of shape or whatever, and you took initiative to actually work on yourself because you want to, of course, and you want to excel at what it is that you do. And you look awesome.
Thank you. To be honest with you, a lot of it came from stress eating, which was a big thing of mine, and a lot of drinking. And that all kind of caught up to me in my mid-20s. And at my heaviest, I was like 263. And I had actually gotten so out of shape that at one point during a drill, when I was training with Santana, I blew out my knee. Like, tore the meniscus. Yeah. I tore my meniscus, and it wasn't even anything like super fucking complicated. I was sidestepping Chris Taylor's moonsault, and it just blew.
How long did that take to recover?
I rehabbed it for like 6 months, and by the time that I was ready to come back, the pandemic was in full swing. So,
how did that affect your wrestling that year?
Oh man, I was terrified because like nobody knew what the future was gonna be like. At the time, I was doing this little angle with Astro Morales, and that kind of it was over. I was terrified that was going to be it. Like, this is not just for me, but for the whole wrestling business, because we didn't know at the time, like, how much the pandemic would change everything. Luckily, that did not happen.
So, Space Madness, that you were at BWF, general manager when you got injured?
Before and during. Yeah, as a matter of fact, a month after I blew it out, I did that 3-on-2 handicap match against Too Good, BX Strong, whatever you want to call him these days. It was, and to their credit, Ace and Cuzzo took very, very good care of me. Like, I could say a lot about my time in the BWF, but to be honest, my favorite time was working with them.
With Too Strong, you said?
With Too Good, yeah.
Okay.
Mazel tov to them because they're out doing so much better now. You know, I fucks with them all.
So when are we expecting you back in the ring?
I can't say for certain. Like a couple of weeks ago, I did this booking in Detroit for Great Lakes Wrestling, and that went over pretty great. I got a pretty cool picture of me dropping my new finish, so that was awesome.
What's your new finish?
I call it the Peacekeeper. It's a lifting reverse DDT. If you remember the saving grace that Devon used to do, that's basically it.
Yeah. So, did you get like footage of it? That way I can add it to this later.
I don't know if the footage is out yet. I do have the picture on my Instagram, so if anybody wants to take a look at that, you know, it's at Shotgunn Adams. It's a pretty cool action shot.
Consider the picture stolen. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Besides that, I'm just trying to get bookings wherever. I am being a little more selective about where I choose to wrestle, and it's not even out of any sense of elitism or whatever. It's more like, without getting into too much detail, based on what happened last year, I equally as important to me as as important as wrestling is to me, what's equally important is me keeping some of my integrity. I had this conversation with several people before, and they all said, well, you got to treat wrestling more like a job. There's always going to be like a degree of moral compromise, and I get that. But at the same time, I do want to be able to look at myself in the mirror at the end of the day.
I respect that. I respect that a lot. Real talk.
Yeah.
You know, some people are easily swayed by anything, and others, the self-respect comes first, and you know what they actually want, it comes first. So I respect it.
Yeah. No. What? Go ahead.
No. Finish.
No, it's because as a wrestler, you have the mentality, especially when you're first starting out and you don't have any chips on the fucking table. Get every booking you can. Get out there as much as you can. And it's not like I disagree with that philosophy necessarily.
Right.
I just want to be able to go to a promotion and not have to worry about it. Like my baseline is actually like really low. Like whenever I work with somebody, I got three questions. Are you some kind of bigot? Are you some kind of sex freak? And are you gonna kill me? If all three of those answers are no, fine. I don't have to like you. You're just a run-of-the-mill dick. You're just a real dick.
You have to have some level of trust in the ring, or you know, confidence to work with somebody as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, like every one of us has to go to work tomorrow. Whether it's wrestling in the ring again, or even if you're doing your fucking day job.
Right.
I don't know how entertaining I'm being right now. Maybe I'm being like super sour.
No, I love it. Actually, what are some things that you would like to personally improve on?
There's a lot, honestly. I want to get a lot leaner than I am. Like I've made progress. I'm definitely in better shape than I was.
Congrats. It's not easy.
Yeah. No, I want to be able to get in much better shape than I am. I don't expect to get like washboard abs. That ship is sailed, especially with how much I drank over the years. But
You're doing great.
I do want
Stay on
to
the same process.
I do want to be able to look like I deserve to be on television.
Understood. What about promo work? Are we gonna expect some more promo work from you?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
How do you feel with that?
I mean, not to be immodest or whatever, but I've always been a pretty decent talker. And,
I agree.
Thank you. The only thing that I was lacking was facials and a gimmick I could sink my teeth into. And I feel like this past year has given me a lot of time to actually nail both of those things down.
Right. Definitely, I tell you, the 2020, the way it was for wrestling, which was scarce, I feel like everyone should have been sharpening up on something because you had so much time to do so, you know?
At the same
So
time,
the smart ones did.
No, I mean, at the same time, I don't begrudge anybody that just sat around and played video games and whatever because it was a depressing time.
Yeah.
It was an uncertain time. So
right. No, definitely.
I don't begrudge anybody who just kind of sat around and collected unemployment. As long as you weren't starving. But I would say that you might want to start getting ready now because things are starting to pick up again.
Right. I agree. Is there anyone on the independent circle that you would like to have a match with?
Oh, tons of people. By the way, Space One is
give us your top five. Give us your top five.
Top five. Tyree Taylor. Because we didn't have a match where he didn't carry me.
Okay.
Let's see. Who else? Logan Black. Let's see.
Okay. I know him too. I'm actually gonna interview him soon.
Awesome. I'll tune into that.
Space 22 says, how would you describe your style of wrestling after you name the other three?
Okay, so other three real quick. MV Young. Okay, who else? It would be. It has to be on the independent circuit, right?
Hey, if you want to pick somebody mainstream, I don't mind.
I don't know. It sounds Marcus to say, but I would have loved to work with Samoa Joe.
What? I'm a big Joe fan, so that would be awesome.
I would have loved to. It's never going to happen. But
don't say that. Never say never. Never. You can.
Probably the fifth one. I'm thinking long and hard about this. I would have to say Darius Carter.
Okay. Why Darius?
I love his work as a heel. He's just so good at the little things.
Yeah.
He's like if you put Norman Smiley with the heelishness of Ric Flair together.
Okay. So to answer Space 22's question, how would you describe your style of wrestling?
Old school brawling. A lot of power. Because I gotta use my size. Now that I have it.
I love that.
I try to keep it simple but effective. Like like my big influences when it comes to brawling were guys like Bully, Joe, and Vader.
Joe and Vader.
And Foley, yeah.
Okay. So this is a question I ask all wrestlers that I interview. If you got the mainstream call, who would you for a contract on mainstream wrestling on TV or whatever, who would you want it to be and why?
I thought about this question for a while. I would like to work with places like MLW, NWA, Impact, places where I have a certain degree of visibility, but I also still have a certain degree of freedom.
Understood.
But that
For
said,
those of you who don't know NWA, I know a lot of people don't. It's awesome. Look it up on YouTube. Very much like the original.
no, Power is fucking awesome.
I love it. Definitely, you have that old NWA feel. It's great.
Yeah, although I wouldn't say no if other companies came calling, with the exception of one.
You don't have to name.
I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I've heard it before, and I totally understand. So, it's been a struggle for you. You know what the outcast feels like, and etc. How would you give advice, or what advice would you give to people in similar situations or who have similar feelings and don't feel like, how the hell can I, break into the business or feel good enough to do this? What advice would you give those people?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm necessarily in the position to give advice, but I will say this. I was not a natural athlete by any stretch of the imagination. I had to work 10 times as hard as everybody else just to stay in the game. And there have been plenty of times when it felt like everybody was trying to get me to quit. And you just have to find it within yourself. First of all, if you're gonna do this, you gotta be absolutely sure that you want this more than anything else, because it will test you every step of the way.
And you do bring that passion for it. I feel like you should wrestle. I don't feel like anyone should wrestle if they don't have that. But even though they do, I mean, some people, there are a few that just do it for the cash or the fame they're seeking. But that passion
is important because it's a fucking meat grinder of an industry. And if you're coming in this like half-assed with only few chips on the table, you're going to wash out. There's no way around that. The reason I'm still here is because I was just too damn stubborn to quit.
That's right. And how do you feel about the business in the past few years?
It's changed a lot.
You think it's better, or it could use some maintenance, for lack of a better word?
I don't know. It's I'm of two minds. Because I like my old school Southern style rap. That's my thing. I also am like I said, I'm a huge fan of ECW. Not necessarily deathmatch wrestling, but everything else that it brought to the table.
On the independent circle that you would like to have a match with?
Tons of people. By the way, Space Bomb is
top 5.
Like, you have to be willing to put in a lot.
Even if you don't go to the gym, have a little regimen, like on your daily routine, right?
Yeah. You don't have to go to the gym if you can't afford it, or you don't want to be around all those people. Like,
or you're super, you work a lot. Some people have to find the time. Some people.
As best I can tell, there are at least 2 in the New York City area. And be prepared to work out at least 4 to 5 times a week. In and out of the ring. That is the best advice I can give you. Is you can't half-ass it if you just go to train like 2 times out of the week, and that's the only time that you do like fucking push-ups or squats. Like, you have to be willing to put in a lot.
Even if you don't go to the gym, have a little regimen, like on your daily routine, right?
Yeah. You don't have to go to the gym if you can't afford it, or you don't want to be around all those people. Like,
or you're super, you work a lot. Some people have to find the time. Some people have children, but at least if they do go maybe once or twice a week, then have something else that you do on a daily basis, right?
Yeah, and not even just for aesthetic reasons. You want to be in the best physical fitness you can. Because I got news for you. If your goal is to go to WWE or AEW or New Japan Pro Wrestling, you are competing against world-class athletes. Like you're competing with guys whose warm-ups are like 500 hack squats and 1,000 push-ups. That's their warm-up. And I'm not saying that I'm even near that level, but I'm working my way to that level.
Right.
So if you really want this, you're gonna have to put in a shit ton of work.
What does Shotgunn want to be remembered for?
At the end of the day, the reason that I got into wrestling in the first place was because I wanted to make people feel the same way wrestling made me feel when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck that wrestling was fake or predetermined or whatever. I was so invested in the people on television. Not just the moves they were doing, but the way they controlled the crowd, made them feel whatever they wanted to. And if there's a secondary thing, I want to prove to people that no matter how many times you get told that you don't belong in a certain profession, that you'll never get past a certain level, tell me to go fuck yourself and do it anyway. Because you are the only one that gets to decide who you're going to be. And that's not just in wrestling, that's in life. That's life.
Facts.
But, also my sweet hair. I just want to make an impression on people.
What do you have to say to your haters?
I didn't know I had.
Because you have to. And you're going to keep getting more.
Do I have
That's what happens when you're doing the right thing.
No, because I didn't think it was important enough to have haters. But if I do have haters, I appreciate the compliment, I guess.
That's right, because hating is a compliment.
I'm just saying if you're hating, then that means I'm doing something that warrants attention.
There you go. When are we gonna expect some shotgun merch?
I'm trying to get something done. Probably the start of next year. Just because I want to build a certain base before I start dropping merchandise.
Right.
Because it doesn't make any fucking sense if I open up pro wrestling tees and only like 3 people buy it.
Yeah. I love your new style and everything. It's looking good.
Thank you. I was trying to embrace the hood side of me because I really am a hood dude that grew up in East New York. So I just decided to lean into that.
Yeah, and that's why people want to, are interested in what you have to say, because you're one of us. You're from where we're from. You weren't born with family already in the business, or a silver spoon in your mouth. So people want to know.
There is one more piece of advice I can give everybody else. And that is figure out what it is you want to do, even if it's not wrestling, and then put your whole ass into it.
Shotgun.
Also, stand up for what you believe in. Even if it means you might lose things in the short term. Because this time last year, you saw me. I was becoming more overtly political, more open about my beliefs, and more open about causes that I believe in. Whether it's speaking out, whether it was Black Lives Matter. And I'm not gonna lie, I lost a couple of contacts of that. But at the same time, I don't regret any of that.
Because you stood up for what you believed in. That's great advice. A lot of people aren't, how would you word that? Have the courage enough, or, a little too timid to speak or feel how they feel, and fear of what other people will think. That takes a lot of courage, so I commend you on that. I want to thank you for being here today, and I wish you nothing but the best in the future. I know that you're going to go places, so keep on going and keep that mindset, because it's beautiful. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. You already know it's BMF Goddess on YouTube. Please subscribe. This will be on YouTube this week. Shotgun, you want to share your social medias for everybody?
Yeah, if you want to follow me, Instagram and Twitter is the same. It's at Shotgunn Adams.
Okay.
For booking inquiries, it's shotgunadams@outlook.com. And that's really about it. Just be on the lookout, because I've got some shit to drop.
That's what we like to hear. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Shotgun. You guys have a good night. May the force be with y'all.
Peace.